Rain slashed the mountain pass. Headlights cut through the dark like sound itself, visible only to her. The crowd never saw her eyes. Only the black blindfold and a calm that defied the storm.
Every splash, every engine whine paints the track in my mind.
Hands at 9 and 3, she steered with a precision that technology envied. Her rival skidded, desperate. To Yuki, their panic was just another sound wave. She crossed the finish line. Silence. Then the roar of disbelief. They didn't know her name. Only the legend. The blind driver who never lost. But the legend wasn't born on a track. It began with a crash, a father's sacrifice, and a 12-year-old's darkness. The collision stole her sight. But in the silence that followed, she found a gift, echolocation, a new way to see. Every echo became a line, every line a road. At 16, Yuki rebuilt her father's AE-86, installing audio sensors. The car became her eyes.
Hakone taught me, every sound a guide, every vibration a whisper.
At 18, she entered D1, a closed black helmet, no name. They called her a ghost. Her first race ended in stunned silence. She saw nothing, yet never missed a turn.
10 wins. The helmet hides my blindness, but it also protects their comfort. They don't ask.
15 consecutive victories. The legend of the blind driver spread, but her identity remained sealed in the Federation President's office. Sakura watched the replay, her nails digging into her palm.
15 straight wins. A nobody with no face. This is a threat I will crush. No one drives that perfectly without sight. She's cheating. I just need proof.
With twisted conviction, she began to orchestrate an investigation, pulling strings tied to her Yakuza father. In a closed Federation boardroom, Sakura presented her case with a serpent's smile.
The data is clear. Driver Yuki uses illegal auditory systems. This is fraud, not skill. They believe me. Now, I'll strip her of every win and bury her secret.
The board voted. The investigation would be public. The driver suspended pending review. Within hours, the ban was headline news. Photos of Yuki's car splashed with claims of hidden tech. Yuki sat alone as the braille letter spelled out her suspension. A season of work erased.
They want to take my driving away. My only way to honor him. This can't stand. But how do I fight a lie I can't even see?
In her office, Sakura sipped wine, already planning the announcement to crush the ghost driver once and for all. The legend of the blind driver seemed finished. But secrets buried deep have a way of surfacing. A week later, the Federation assigned a veteran investigator, Hiroshi. Cold eyes, gray trench coat, and a reputation for uncovering buried secrets.
This band stinks of fabrication. Sakura's fingerprints are all over it.
In a dusty archives room, he pulled a forbidden file. The accident that blinded Yuki. He found a photograph, young Hiroshi, and a man with kind eyes. Yuki's father, his former partner.
Kenji, I couldn't protect you then, but I'll protect your daughter now.
Meanwhile, in a forgotten garage, Yuki tuned her AE-86's audio sensors with renewed fury.
They think they can ban me. They don't know that darkness is where I thrive.
Hiroshi visited the crash site, discovering a tampered brake line hidden by official reports.
This was no accident. Someone silenced him, and they'll try to silence her.
2 separate battles, one for truth, one for the right to race. Their paths were destined to cross. Sakura called an emergency board meeting, her tone low with unspoken menace.
Make the ban permanent. Or I can't guarantee your positions next season. My father's influence is enough to make them tremble.
The board members exchanged frightened glances. The vote was swift and unanimous. Hiroshi requested a formal interview with Sakura, his questions sharp as a scalpel.
You testified her audio system was illegal, yet the specs match standard models exactly.
The data is confidential. I am protecting the sport from technological doping.
She's lying. But why go to such lengths to destroy a single driver?
After the interview, he pulled the original accident file, the one Sakura had sealed. The next day, the ban became permanent. Yuki's world darkened, but a tiny ember of hope was being uncovered elsewhere. Hiroshi returned to the junkyard where the wreckage of Kenji's car still rusted, untouched. He crawled under the chassis and found it. A severed brake line, cut cleanly.
Someone killed him to cover up a conspiracy, and Sakura's father bears the brand.
At sunset, Hiroshi visited Kenji's grave, the old photograph tucked in his coat pocket.
I failed you once, old friend. I won't fail your daughter.
Across town, Yuki's apartment was dark. The Braille band, notice lay torn on the table.
Dad, I thought racing could keep your memory alive, but I am just a ghost now.
She touched her blindfold, fingers trembling. The silence of the room pressed in like a cage.
Maybe giving up is the only way to stop the pain.
But in a small office downtown, Hiroshi began typing a report that would shake the Federation. Under a street lamp's pale glow, Hiroshi waited on a park bench, clutching an old photograph. Yuki's cane tapped the pavement. She paused, sensing a presence she didn't recognize.
You used my father's name. No one should know that address. Who are you?
I am Hiroshi, your father's partner from the traffic division. We served together 10 years. The accident that blinded you wasn't an accident. His brake line was cut. I have proof.
Murder. All these years. I thought it was just fate. Why tell me now? The ban is permanent. I have nothing left.
Because the people who killed him are the same ones who banned you. You need to know the truth.
So my driving was never the real threat. It was a cover.
In that shadowed park, a broken girl found a weapon. The truth, and with it, a reason to fight. Yuki's voice sharpened. Tell me everything. Who killed my father?
Your father saw a Yakuza execution. Sakura's father, Oyama, ordered him silenced.
A phantom witness. A staged accident. A 12-year-old blinded to bury the truth.
They destroyed my life to protect their empire. Sakura knew. She always knew.
Hiroshi handed her the evidence. Witness statement, tampered brake photos, Yakuza ties.
I am done hiding. I'll unmask at the press conference and challenge Sakura directly. Let them see the scars. Let them see what they did. Then I'll take back my victory.
She'll try to destroy you. Are you sure?
She took my father. She took my sight. She won't take my legend. I'll race without the blindfold.
With those words, the ghost driver vanished. In her place stood a woman ready to burn the Federation down. The press conference was called before dawn. Reporters packed the hall, hungry for scandal. Yuki walked in without her blindfold, her scarred eyes open to the flashing cameras.
I am Yuki. I am blind. And I drove every win without a single lie. My father was murdered to cover up a Yakuza crime. The same people who killed him orchestrated my ban.
In her office, Sakura watched the broadcast, her wine glass shattering in her grip.
Lies! She's insane! My father would never.
The public erupted. The Federation, cornered, agreed to one final race to settle the matter.
I'll race Sakura. No blindfold. Let the track judge truth.
Fine. I'll destroy her myself. No one believes a blind freak.
The race was set for the next month. The world would watch the blind driver face her tormentor in a hidden garage. Yuki fine-tuned every sensor. Her ears her only guide.
The blindfold is off. I won't hide from the world or my own scars.
Sakura spent days on the track, but her mind was elsewhere, nursing paranoia.
She unmasked to gain sympathy. It's a trick. I'll still crush her.
Race day. The stadium roared with 50,000 voices, a storm of anticipation. Yuki walked the grid, her scarred eyes open, meeting the murmurs with calm defiance.
Every sound is a line. Every vibration, a road. Darkness is my kingdom.
Sakura, in her car, glanced at Yuki. Her confident smirk flickered like a dying bulb. In the stands, Hiroshi gave a subtle nod, a silent vow to finish what Kenji started. Engines revved. Red lights glowed. 2 fates, 1 track. The legend would be forged in the next heartbeat. The lights vanished. 2 spears of light tore into the rain. Side by side,
A symphony of echoes painted the track. Every puddle a note, every curve a chord.
Sakura pushed ahead, her car cutting a reckless line through the spray.
I hear her engine's anger. It's sloppy, desperate, weakness.
Through the first hairpin, Yuki's AE-86 danced on the edge of grip, finding grip where there was none.
The rain speaks. Each drop a marker. I am not blind here, I am omniscient.
Sakura tried to block, weaving a net of steel. Yuki slipped through like water through fingers. In her mirror, Sakura saw only the ghost she tried to bury. Closer, relentless.
She's afraid. But fear is just another sound. I'll use it.
The rain turned to a flood, but Yuki's lead grew. The impossible was unfolding before a world that had no choice but to believe. Desperate, Sakura swerved hard, her bumper grazing the guardrail, a deliberate drift into Yuki's path.
The sound shifted. A metallic scream. She's trying to push me off.
Sakura's car lunged sideways, a steel wall intent on crushing the white AE-86. But Yuki had already heard the move a heartbeat before it happened. She feathered the throttle, the AE-86 sliding an inch from Sakura's fender. Sakura overcorrected, her tires screaming as they lost their bite on the wet tarmac. The pink car spiraled, a tangle of metal and fury, smashing into the barriers. Yuki's soundscape was a calm, clear grid. The path ahead was empty. She didn't look back. The ghost had exorcised its demon. The crowd's roar was a distant tide. Only the finish line whispered in the rain. The white AE-86 sliced through the rain, a lone spear of light aimed at the checkered flag. Then, silence. For one eternal second, the world held its breath, and then the flag fell. The stadium exploded. A deafening roar of disbelief and adulation swallowed the rain. Far behind, steam rose from the wreckage of pink metal, a forgotten relic of a broken dynasty. Yuki rolled to a stop, engine ticking. She opened the door slowly. Feeling the rain on her face, she held the blindfold in her hand, a silent testament. Her scarred eyes faced the cameras without flinching.
Dad, I did it. They see me now, not a ghost. Your daughter.
The image was seared into history. The blind girl who conquered the world, eyes wide open. The victory was hers. But the real battle, the one for justice, was still waiting. In the stands, Hiroshi rose, his hand already reaching for the badge that would end a dynasty. Before the roar could fade, Hiroshi stepped onto the track, a phalanx of officers behind him. They pulled Sakura from the steamed wreckage, her makeup a mask of fury and terror.
This is madness. My father will.
Your father, Oyama, is already in custody for the murder of Kenji Tanaka 12 years ago.
The stadium screens flickered, then displayed the evidence. Witness statements, doctored photos, Yakuza ties. The conspiracy unraveled before a global audience. The ban was a cover for a murder.
He did it, Hiroshi. Thank you, Father. Rest now.
Yuki's legs gave way, but Hiroshi caught her, holding the daughter of his fallen partner.
Your father would be proud. You finished what he started.
Justice had finally arrived, but the road ahead was uncertain. For now, the legend stood vindicated. Days later, at Kenji's grave, Yuki traced the engraved name. Her sightless eyes saw more than ever.
Dad, we did it. The truth is free. They'll never hurt anyone again.
Hiroshi stood a few paces behind, a silent guardian honoring a promise kept.
The remaining Yakuza threads are being cut. You have nothing to fear anymore.
Thank you for believing in me when the world branded me a fraud.
As they turned to leave, a woman in scrubs approached, Dr. Sato, with a tablet that glowed with possibility.
Yuki Tanaka. There's a new procedure. It could restore partial vision. The risk is significant, but...
Sight, after 12 years, to see the sky, his smile, a chance I never dreamed.
The choice is yours alone. Whatever you decide, you won't walk alone.
I'll do it. Not to race, to see the world my father loved.
3 weeks later, Yuki lay on the operating table, surrounded by a halo of surgical lights.
You'll feel a slight pressure, then darkness. When you wake, the bandages will guide you.
The laser hummed. Microscopic instruments danced across scarred tissue, guided by faith and science.
Hold on. Just hold on for him.
Hours later, the bandages were soft and white. A countdown began, marked by the ticking of a clock.
Slowly, open your eyes. Tell me what you see.
Light flooded in, blurred, golden, like seeing the world through a rain-streaked window after a storm.
I thought I'd forgotten what light looked like. A window, trees. They're like shadows, but real.
It worked. It's imperfect, but you'll see the world your father loved. Welcome back, Yuki.
A week after the bandages came off, a visitor knocked on Yuki's door bearing a formal seal. The Federation's envoy extended an offer that defied belief. The presidency of the organization.
The same institution that branded me a fraud now asks me to lead it.
You can shape this sport into what your father dreamed. It's your call, Yuki.
I accept. But I'll scrub it clean. No more lies. No more corruption.
The inauguration was set at the same stadium where she'd been unjustly banned. Poetic justice. Yuki Tanaka ascended the podium, her scarred eyes open and defiant, a living legend.
This federation will serve the truth. It will protect every driver from the corruption I faced. I dedicate this to my father Kenji and to the investigator who risked everything for truth, Hiroshi Endo.
The crowd roared. In the front row, Hiroshi wiped his eyes. A new chapter had begun. In the quiet of dawn, Yuki stood at the window of her new office, overlooking the track where legends were forged.
I used to see this world in sound. Now, light gives it form.
Below, her white AE-86 sat parked, gleaming under the rising sun, a silent partner in a lifelong race.
Every scratch on its body tells a story. Every echo, a memory.
The sun broke over the mountain pass, painting the empty track in gold and blue.
Dad, I wish you could see this. Not just the track, but the fairness we've brought.
She stepped onto the balcony, letting the cool wind touch her face. Her scarred eyes now glistened with purpose. Later, she walked down to the track, placing a hand on the AE-86's hood. The engine was cold, but her heart was full.
I raced without sight. I won back justice. Now, I'll lead with both.
And as the sun rose higher, the blind drift legend stood at peace, ready for whatever road came next. Within weeks, news channels broadcast the Yuki reforms, sweeping anti-corruption measures that purged the sport's criminal ties. At a press briefing, Yuki announced a new division, Sound Drivers, a league for visually impaired racers using her technology. The Sound Drivers logo, a stylized ear merged with a steering wheel, appeared on posters worldwide.
The track sees no difference. Sound is the true equalizer. Every echo belongs to the brave.
On the anniversary of her father's death, she stood at the mountain pass where his life was stolen, now a memorial.
You once told me legends are born from pain. I understand now.
The sound of engines became a symphony of second chances as racers who'd been told impossible lined up at the start. Sakura, in a prison visitation room, watched the broadcast, her empire erased, replaced by a blind girl's legacy. The blind drift legend was no longer just a story. It was the new standard. And in every corner of the world, a child with closed eyes would touch a speaker and whisper, "I can do that too." 10 years later, the Sound Drivers League held its first international championship, a testament to Yuki's vision. Yuki, now in her 30s, stood in the VIP box beside Hiroshi, her eyes tracing the track she once knew only by sound. Below, a grid of custom cars lined up, each equipped with her audio sensor system, each driver with a unique story of overcoming blindness.
All those years driving alone. Now I see a family of racers born from that silence.
Your father would be overwhelmed, not just by the racing, but by the lives you've changed.
He once said, "Legends are born from pain. I think they're sustained by hope." And now, every driver here carries that hope forward.
The race began, a symphony of engines and echoes. For Yuki, it was no longer about winning, but about witnessing a world she built. Years later, a statue was erected at the Hakone Turnpike. A blindfolded driver, one hand on the wheel, the other reaching toward the sky. On the base, a single kanji was engraved. In, sound, the symbol that had been her compass, and now a beacon for the world. And as dusk fell, the blind drift legend stood beside her father's grave, the wind carrying the distant hum of engines, an eternal echo of a promise kept. The years softened her edges, but never the fire. Even now, her AE-86 remained parked in the garage, ready for a call that no longer came.
I still hear the track in the quiet moments. It never truly fades, does it?
One morning, she walked the old Hakone Pass alone, the asphalt still holding the ghost of her father's laughter.
We never said goodbye properly, but I've spent a lifetime doing it, and I'll keep doing it until we meet again.
In her office, a single photograph sat on the desk. A young father in his racing suit, holding a laughing child with a toy steering wheel. Yuki's sight, though still blurred at the edges, could now read the love in a photograph. A gift she never took for granted.
From darkness, I crafted a life of light. From silence, a symphony of speed. And from loss, a love that echoes forever.
The sun set over the circuit, one last time, painting the grandstands in shades of memory. The engine was silent. The legend was complete, but in every echo that rolled across the mountains, the blind drift legend drove on forever. In the stillness of an autumn morning, Yuki placed her hand on the cold steering wheel one final time. The engine did not start. It didn't need to. The silence was no longer an absence. It was a presence. Outside, the first snowfall of the year began to dust the Hakone Pass, covering the tire marks of 1,000 races. She didn't cry. The tears of a lifetime had already watered the seeds of a new era. Hiroshi, now retired, waited at the track entrance with a warm scarf and a flask of tea.
You are still the fastest driver I've never seen.
And you, the sharpest eyes. Thank you for lending me yours when I had none.
They stood together, two guardians of a past that no longer haunted, but nourished. The snow intensified, blanketing the circuit in white, a canvas for new lines. And somewhere in the silence, a faint echo began, not of an engine, but of a heart that had learned to listen.